Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Sword. We are wrapping up this show. We just talked about three teams on potential upset alert, but those are kind of little upset alerts. I want to go to some that you might not be thinking, and some of these have college football playoff implications. Some of these things do not. Alex, I know you have a couple for us. You can get us started with this one.
So this isn't necessarily playoff implications, but it does have, impact into who could become playoff contenders. And it is out there in College Station. Ole Miss, it's in Oxford. Texas A&M is coming to Oxford. Ole Miss needs to lose one more conference game, and they are completely out of going to Atlanta. Now, not that big of a deal. Yes, it is. If LSU beats Bama, all they need is Ole Miss to drop one more game. They got A&M. They've still got the Egg Bowl, and I know Mississippi State is terrible, but rivalries, throw that out the window. They still got to go to Athens. So everyone kind of expects them to drop one. We might not have to wait long for them to get to Athens. They could lose one at home to A&M. A&M has a very good defense. I think it's a change of pace for the Rebels.
Was that the one you didn't think I'd expect?
Yeah.
I had that on my list.
You did? Okay.
I think Texas A&M has a very good chance at winning, and I think the line reflects that. It's only a 3-point line on the road at Ole Miss. I think Texas A&M is going to win that football game. I think they're the better team. I think Ole Miss's win over LSU was a little bit fraudulent. LSU controlled. Ole Miss got off hot. LSU came storming back. They took a 10-point lead. They ended up blowing the game. Whatever. I just do not believe in Ole Miss. And whatever happens, they're going to lose to Georgia, so I don't think it's too big of a deal. But I agree with you. I think that Ole Miss is 9-3. Like, that is who they are. Like, they are going to lose not just to Georgia. They are also going to lose to Texas A&M. And that paves the way for the winner of the Alabama-LSU game to go to maybe not just the SEC championship, maybe even the college football playoff. Some games that this one's not on anyone's radar, I guarantee you, especially after Utah just performed against Oregon. Utah is losing to Arizona State.
I just went through there and I said, this is sneaky. Nobody thinks of Arizona State as a good football team. Utah, they have no offense. They have absolutely no offense. They've just been winning games, mucking it up, and just playing defense. And that's not going to win you football games for very long. I agree with you.
Yeah, Arizona State has been playing much better football. I know that's crazy to say about a 2-16, but I predicted Arizona State to win last week when they were 1-6. They won. Now they go to Utah. I'm telling you, it sounds stupid. Arizona State's going to win that football. They just can play better offense. Another game that I'm looking at, another big spread out in Louisville. Louisville ranked 13. I guess they're still technically in the college football playoff. Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech wins this game. They actually have a path to the ACC championship. Anyone would have told you that a few weeks ago, you would have been like, stop, dude. You are smoking way too much hash. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, Virginia Tech is playing some good football now. This is a sleepy spot. I know Louisville's at home. At best, definitely take the points. I'm not telling you to take the money line. This is going to be a close game out there in Louisville.
This isn't necessarily an upset, but this is a wild line. Kentucky going to Starkville, take on Mississippi State. Mississippi State is only 3.5-point underdogs. That's sneaky. That's weird. Kentucky, at every juncture of this season, had looked like a very, very good team. At every juncture, Mississippi State has not. Other than that Arkansas game, but we all think Arkansas is a stinky program. That's weird. That's one to watch.
Yeah, and then you got the big game in Tuscaloosa. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you anything other than, we talked, extensively about this, but I'm just telling you from a Vegas perspective and how to bet things and how this series has gone out. This line, over the weekend was because they had the bye, right? So you could have bet on this last week. And it was 5.5, 6 points. This line is now down to 3 points. It started at 3.5 yesterday. It's down to 3 points. Wouldn't be surprised if it dips below 2.5. The sharp money is heavy on LSU. And here is a fun little fact. Over the last 25 years in this series in Bryant-Denny, LSU has been favored by a touchdown or less. They have not only covered every time, they have won outright. This is the shortest spread you'll see at Bryant-Denny in a long time. There's a reason why that is.
Yeah, it's a 3.5-point spread, which
down to three.
Three, which tells you that on a neutral site field, it's a toss-up. So, and in Tiger Stadium,
no, not in college football. That's the NFL rule.
What is it, 4 or 5?
Yeah,
so listen, LSU's probably a little bit favored for argument's sake. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, I know there was at least one more where the dogs were barking hard. Well, you can talk about Arizona. That's not a huge dog. They're at home against UCLA. Arizona is playing fantastic football, some of the best football in the Pac-12. If they had changed to their backup quarterback earlier, they would be in the Pac-12. They would be a ranked team and in the Pac-12 championship conversation. They almost beat USC once they switched them. They have a couple big wins since then. They're playing some of the best football in all of college football. They really are. I'm not going to lie. I think there was one more one. Where are we going? Where are we going? Because we got to wrap this up. But
I mean, I could say NC State plus 4.5 at home against Miami. I mean, NC State. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, they got it done for me. Oh, Clemson and Notre Dame. That's an interesting line. Only 3 points in Death Valley. Clemson should be a dead dog, right? But they're going to get up for this Notre Dame game, and that place is going to be crazy. And that Vegas is begging you to take the Irish. They are absolutely begging you to take the Irish. That's going to be interesting. That wraps up our show for this evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back with you on Thursday.